Vinaka, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to welcome you today at the residence of France. And first of all, to express my thanks for your interest in the theme of this roundtable discussion. This is the third roundtable that we are organizing here at the residence. The first one was about the ocean, it was a follow-up of the One Ocean Summit. And the second one was about a gender issue, gender equality issue here in Fiji. All of you here today, panelists and guests, have responded because this subject we are dealing with is indeed a subject that concerns you and all of us, and which you work, or for which you are involved. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, we have to live with climate change in two respects. We are already experiencing the consequences of climate disruption with great force and unprecedented acceleration. We therefore have to reorganize all our habits to reduce our emissions. From the very first days of President Emmanuel Macron's terms of office, the climate has been at the top of the presidential agenda and has remained there ever since. In 2017, the President adopted the goal of carbon neutrality in 2050. It means not emitting more greenhouse gases than the Earth can absorb. By 2019, we have reached our European emission reduction target. But the risk of climate change or biodiversity loss know no border. To be effective, our action can only be collective. On the international scene, we have known the time of awareness, then of joint commitment. French diplomacy has played a decisive role in this last point, as it has contributed to the formation of coalitions of actors, especially by integrating actors from the private sector, finance, and civil society. Today, it is time for action. So when some states have taken a stand against the imperative of ecological transition, France has shown itself to be equal to its international responsibilities by preserving the collective dynamic. And France intervenes in the Pacific via the Agence Française de Développement, the French public agency that implements France's development and international solidarity policies. As the only European development agency present here in the Pacific, EFD regional strategy focusing on the challenges of climate change, green finance, biodiversity conservation, and the ocean we share directly resonates with the challenges of the Blue Pacific. The development of these regional activities is aimed at the strengthened and long-term partnership with the Pacific Island states and territories, directly, but also through the Pacific Community, SPC, the Pacific Regional Environment Programme, SPREP, and the Pacific Islands Forum, PIF. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Fiji is obviously the region's privileged partner. EFD operates in Fiji through regional projects in response to shared climate change and biodiversity issues and to develop joint solutions. And here I would like to acknowledge the importance and the significance of a Kiwa initiative, which is being held by EFD with a lot of stakeholders. Here, locally, how we can translate our speeches, our words into deeds. And here in talk about Suva and the French embassy in Suva, I would like to mention the Green Embassy label that was awarded to us by the Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs. What is it about? Launched in 2015 in the run-up of the COP21, 2021, the Green Embassy program is an ambitious project born of the desire of the Ministry of Europe and Foreign Affairs to commit fully to the energy and ecological transition. It is a global and progressive approach to reducing the environmental footprint of French diplomatic representations abroad. A Green Embassy is an embassy that has undertaken a project to reduce its environmental footprint and has sent the ministry in Paris an initial diagnosis and an action plan to reduce it. By joining the charter, volunteer embassies affirm their commitment to act on a daily basis and in their immediate environment to protect the planet. Currently, nearly 80 French diplomatic missions have joined the initiative worldwide. Cooperation, exchange of good practices, implementation of concrete projects, and promotion of the many actions carried out by French embassies are the objectives of this network. In such a way, on a daily basis, each embassy agrees to be an agent of change by taking on a certain number of sustainable development objectives, particularly in terms of awareness, mobility, fluid management, waste sorting and recycling, biodiversity, renewable energies, rain harvesting, to give you some examples, and so on. In Suva, for example, we have set up selective waste sorting at the embassy, but also here in this residence. We have adopted eco-responsible gesture in the office, reduction of paper consumption, electricity consumption, and we are also working on a greenhouse installed at the residence here, which will be seen by young Fijian students to raise their awareness not only of the importance of respecting the environment, but also of the importance of healthy eating, which will be, by the way, the topic of the next roundtable, early December. Thanks to Laurence. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Pacific Recycling Foundation, Bred Bank, our sponsor, and the government of New Caledonia, another sponsor, for supporting and contributing immensely to this event. So now I will leave the floor to our panelists and our moderator, who I'm grateful and thank for their presence. I hope to learn as much as possible from this sequence on this theme, which not only concerns all of us, but also and above all concerns future generations. Thank you, and Vinaka Vakalivu.